Just pop this out. And I think we finally have some silver right here. Large cent. Looks like it's probably going to be a braided hair. 1964 out of Philly. All right. Another one. That's cool. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Rick from Hunting Southwest Ohio. We're back again for part 2 of the collection purchase that I made. So this will be the second part of the series. The more I look at this, I'm thinking it will be a 4-part series probably. So that's kind of what we're looking at. So we're going to start out again. We have a set of metals we're going to take a look at. We have another 2x2 holder. And then we also have a couple more bags of some metals and some other things, as well as another box of Canadian coins. So here we have the Gemini series. This is by Galaxy Metals. I can't find a lot of information on this. So it has GT3 through GT12, so 10 metals in total. Project Gemini. So I thought this was pretty cool. I don't know a lot about it, can't find out much about it, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet. I'm going to continue to try to find some information. I know a few people who are into metals much more than I am, so I may consult a few people on this, but either way, I still think it's pretty cool. Definitely a great piece of our history as we were on the mission to get into space and do some exploring. So there is that. That is the first item to start with, Gemini Series metals. Next we got a little bag here, just a small one. It says silver coins and medallions, it says. Let's see what we got in this one. These 3 here. And we got that. Oh yeah, we've seen some of these already. Probably some different ones. These are more mintage 650 proof-like 3/9 fine pure silver, 18.65 grams. So there is a couple more of those metals that we have been seeing so many of. And them are from the Jewish Government Coin and Metal Association or something like that, I believe it was. I can't find a ton of information on these. I'm still looking. So we'll keep at it on those. But they're definitely cool. I love seeing them. All right. Here is the next item we have. This is a John Adams. And this is a bicentennial commemorative medal. So this came out in 1974. And there is the reverse. First Continental Congress. The recovery of our just rights, it says on the back. So, pretty cool piece. John Adams on that one. Let's see what we have on the other 2 here. Yep, this one is also going to be a John Adams. Ooh, we lost the medal that time around. Same thing on the back. First Continental Congress. So, 2 of those. I don't remember if this one was the same or not. Yes, it is. So, there is another John Adams medal. So 3 of those we added to the collection. Let me get this stuff put back in this plastic bag. I did find some information on these online, so they're not common, but not uncommon either. So, all right, next item. We got a bunch of stuff in here. And like I said, this is still a bunch of stuff I'm learning. Commemorative metals, non-precious metals. So there's a bunch of stuff. We're going to quickly get through some of these. Like I said, I can't even remember everything that's in here. There's a lot. Let me get these things out real quick. We'll take a quick peek at some of these. Some of these may end up showing up in the auction. Like I said, I'm going to consult some people on these. I'm not real up on metals. I don't really even have any in my collection until now. But I have quite a few at this moment. So let's see. I'm going to get the rest of these out. I'm going to set this bag aside. We'll try to throw these back in there as we get done. So here is the first one. General Dwight David Eisenhower. I call upon all who love freedom to stand with us together. We shall achieve victory. So that's pretty cool. Definitely like that one. Here is another one here. we as a people will get to the promised land. And this is Christine King and Martin Luther King Jr. commemorative medals right there. That's pretty cool. And this one is through these portals past the Army's best horsemen. That's pretty cool too right there. Peace among men, it says. I'm assuming that may be a military medal. I'll try to look that one up a little closer. Like I said, I did look all these up. Fort Robinson, Nebraska Centennial. That's what it is. 1874 to 1974. There is another Dwight David Eisenhower medal. Here is another one of these space medals. Skylab, Carr, Gibson, and Rogue. It's a pretty cool looking medal. I'm assuming that's like a copper round. Let's see what else we got in here. I don't know what was in this Colorado Centennial medal, this says. So that is also pretty cool right there. Rocky Mountain National Park. Got a little squirrel going on the back there. Estes Park and Grand Lake. So like I said, there's a lot of things I looked up online. There's some info about these, but I don't know a whole bunch more about them other than that. That is another one of the Fort Robinson, Nebraska medals. What do we have here? Kentucky Historical Society, 1836. My old Kentucky home, it says on the back. 200th anniversary of America's independence. Pretty cool. And let's see what we got here. In spite of everything, I still believe that people are good at heart. The Diary of Anne Frank. 50th anniversary of her birth, the Judaistic Heritage Society salutes the martyred spirit of Anne Frank. So that's pretty cool. I remember reading a book about that in school. There is a Liberty Round, 200 years, United States of America. Some of these are really cool. This is going to be another one from that Jewish Coin and Metal Association, but this looks like this is going to be a copper piece. What do we got here? Abraham Lincoln. I won't read the back. Bunch of stuff on the back. This is another Colorado National Monument. Fought in a Grand Junction. Just a lot of different cool stuff in here. There is another Conquistador. Hernando de Soto. This is I think we had one of these that was silver or silver plated in the last video. Bradenton, Florida there. That is another one from the Jewish Coin and Metals. What do we got here? This is another Caesar Rodney Rides for Independence. Delaware American Revolution Bicentennial, 1776 to 1976. That's pretty cool. What do we got here? The Great Seal of the State of North Carolina. Definitely some different pieces in here. There's another one of the Nebraska ones we seen earlier. That is another seal of North Carolina. Colorful Colorado, 1876 to 1976. Another cool piece. That is another Hernando de Soto. There is another Alberta King and Martin Luther King. There's a couple more. That's like 4 of those. Here's another one of the Skylab ones. This is different than the last one. Definitely cool pieces. And here we have Kentucky Historical Society. We've seen one of those as well earlier. Inauguration President John F. Kennedy. Inaugurated President, it says on the back with some other writing. Pretty small. That is an awesome piece. I may have to hang on to that. And here is Apollo 11. Neil Armstrong, Edwin Aldrin, Michael Collins. Pretty cool. And this one is Wyoming Centennial. Lodge of the AF and AMN of Wyoming. There is another one of the Fort Robinson, Nebraska. Another colorful Colorado. I believe we've seen that one earlier. Pearl Harbor, 7 December 1941. USS Arizona Memorial Museum Association. That is pretty cool. Sad time in the history of our country, but definitely a cool reminder. Being a vet, I definitely like that one. This one says, since 1882, Durango, Silverton. I think this is another Colorado piece. That is another DeSoto celebration. And this is another one of the Kentucky Historical Society. We've seen several of those. That one is a George Washington. Another pretty cool piece there. This is another Great Seal of North Carolina. That is another of the Kentucky ones that we've already seen. And this one here is another Delaware American Revolution Bicentennial. Got Caesar Rodney on it. And we got a few here in boxes. One Lord, one faith, one baptism. The Baptist from Roger Williams. Not real familiar with that one at all. Ooh, this one's cool. Abraham Lincoln, February 12th, 1809 to April 14th, 1865. With malice toward none, with charity for all, with firmness in the right, as God gives us to see the right, let us strive to finish the work we are in. Abraham Lincoln. Pretty cool. Love the presidential stuff, some of the older stuff. This is another one. Israeli State Medal. This is another one from the Israel Government Coins and Metals Corporation. So this is another one I could not find a lot of information on, so I am going to continue to look on that. And there is George Washington, 1732 to 1799. American Revolution Bicentennial, State of Washington. That's pretty cool as well. And we got a couple more here. I think these were different if I remember right. Here's a Dwight D. Eisenhower, which is also pretty cool. Atoms for Peace, inaugurated president. Nice. I like that. And here is another one. This one is a John F. Kennedy. That is definitely cool. Inaugurated president. This is a bigger version of the small one that we seen January 20th, 1961. Very cool. Department of the Treasury. So that must be from U.S. made anyway. And here is another one of the Israeli Government Coin and Metal Association. 3 more copper pieces in here. Oh, there's another one right there. That one actually has a fighter jet on it. Pretty cool. I don't know what these ones are. Yep. Metal, 1 inch diameter, 13.8 grams. I'm assuming them are probably pure copper. So definitely some more cool pieces. Let me get these put in the bag real quick. And then we have a box over here to my left to get into. It is more coins from the Royal Canadian Mint. Different year than we saw in the last video. Definitely cool pieces for sure. But metals are neat. I need to learn some more about these. I've concentrated mostly on coins for a long time. But I'm assuming some of these metals can be very cool. And probably very valuable, I would imagine. But I have not much of an idea. So, alright. There is bag number 2 that is done. We've got one more box here from the Royal Canadian Mint. Alright, and there are the coins right there. These are, all 5 are the same. I did pull these out and check them. And right there, Canadian dollar, 1876 to 1976. And there is Queen Elizabeth II. And these are 50% silver. So definitely pretty cool. And like I said, I have 5 of those in here. So I'm probably going to keep one of these for my collection. The other ones will probably make their way out into the auction eventually. So definitely some more cool pieces. We'll take that. All right. Last but not least, we have one more container of 2x2s here, or of flips. Most of them are plastic flips, some 2x2s. It just is a mix and match. So I had 3 oddball ones here in the front that I did pull aside. This is a 1973 Canada. Has the Royal Canadian Mounted Police on the back. Queen Elizabeth II on the front. And this one also is 50% silver. Definitely another cool piece. I like that. And then here we have 2 1953 5 shillings. 2 of them back to back here. These are just copper nickel, 75% copper, 25% nickel. No silver content to these, but my understanding is, when I remember reading about these were minted and released in 1953, and I believe they were also pulled in 1953, so they were not out very long. So definitely cool. I will definitely add one to my collection. I will probably have one in the auction eventually. And then here we have, these are the Mexican 5 pesos. Makes 25 actually, I think they are. I think they're 25 pesos. They say 5 on them, but I don't think that's the case. So this one here is a 47. I believe all these are 47s here. Yep, there is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. And same thing with these here, 1947. So there's another, that's a 47. Now I'm starting into the 48s. There are the 48s. These are all 90% silver. And I believe all these ones back here as well are also 1948s. So definitely happy to add some of these to my collection. I think they're actually really, really cool. I like stacking constitutional silver anyway. They're right in that 90% range, which is what I'm used to. And here is the last 6 of them right here. Yep, definitely a cool piece. So they all have this same obverse design. And there is the reverse. I believe both of them are pretty much the same, other than the year is different, if I remember correctly. Yep, yeah, they're the same, just a different year. But definitely cool. Very, very happy to have them. So that is going to be it for part 2 of the collection purchase. We'll have part 3 coming up soon. It will be about the same size as this, and then we're going to have a quick part 4, hopefully, to wrap everything up. So I appreciate everybody coming along. Once again, I hope you enjoyed going through this collection with me. Like I said, some of this will stay in my collection. Some is definitely going to make its way to the auction. Some I have already had some people that had asked me about buying some pieces. So there will be some going to them as well. So appreciate y'all coming along. I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you on the next one.